Jack discovers that his boss is dead in the office. Worried about being mistaken for the killer, he boards a bus to Mexico that night. By coincidence, the real killer is also heading to Mexico. The two of them even cross paths on the road. At that moment, Jack is admiring his handsome face in the rearview mirror. The killer turns his head, thinking Jack is looking at him. Fearing his identity will be exposed, he immediately steps on the gas and drives off quickly. Not long after, the radio announces a police broadcast. It describes the killer's vehicle as a black Jeep with flame decals. Citizens are urged to report if they spot it, with a generous reward for information. Realizing his car is no longer safe, the killer immediately stops and finds a nearby hotel to rest. Meanwhile, Jack, having finished admiring himself, is about to lie down and sleep, but the driver suddenly stops and tells him he has reached his destination. It turns out Jack was tricked by an unscrupulous ticket seller and only bought a half-trip ticket. Left with no choice, he has to get off and start walking. Little did he know, as soon as he descends the hill, he spots the Jeep the killer had abandoned. Wanting to save some walking, he quickly hops into the Jeep. He pulls the wires to start the car, but the next second, he realizes the car keys are still in the ignition. Jack is overjoyed. He immediately drives the Jeep to a hotel in town. The owner asks him to register his information, but fearing his car theft will be exposed, he fills in a fake name. What he doesn't know is, the hotel owner has already seen the news in the paper. After Jack heads upstairs, the owner secretly calls the police. Soon the hotel is surrounded. Jack thinks the police are after him, so he wraps himself in a towel, planning to sneak past them. However, the police completely ignore him and let him go.
Person we're looking for is 6 feet tall, 180 pounds. That woman's nowhere near that size.
Just when it looks like Jack will escape, the hotel owner suddenly jumps out and points him out. Jack panics, shouting that he's not the killer. He casually points behind the owner, trying to trick the police and run away.
Look, behind you!
By coincidence, the real killer walks out of the door at that very moment. A struggle ensues immediately. The killer is very professional and even manages to steal a police car. He successfully escapes.